Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Smith's Chiefs going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Moments ago, a scene that's played here since 2004. Big Ben Roethlisberger greeted by this sold-out Heinz Field crowd. His Steelers getting set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton, and you know, now more than ever, it's a passing league. We know that, and as Larry hit onto the open, we've got a couple of great passers squaring off here this afternoon.
And usually the discussion centers in on how they're going to compete against the opposite defense. But you and I had a nice little chat with one of these guys in this game, and they did say, look, I'm always competing against the opposite quarterback. If I play better than he does, I think my team has an advantage.
Makes the handshake afterwards a little sweeter, too. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
Is it really true that last year he became just the 10th player in NFL history to top 300 career touchdown passes?
How about that?
I mean, where is time gone? I feel like it was his rookie year, and he had that great winning streak to start off his career with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But the best part about his game, 2 Super Bowl rings.
And his 5th Pro Bowl a year ago as well. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. James has got it, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh has long prided itself on being a defense-first team, but if you look at the last 3, 4, 5 seasons, it's been their offense that's led them. In 2016, they were 7th overall in total offense, and they can hit you through the air, on the ground. No matter what they do, they're hard to prepare for.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep for Kansas City, DeAnthony Thomas. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 05 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
And head coach Andy Reid has said, even with Patrick Mahomes being picked #10 in the draft overall, people think he's going to replace him. Alex Smith is our guy, and he should be. 3rd in the league in the number of wins behind only Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers since 2011.
It's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
They run again with Ware. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 17-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Smith. And he's got some space here. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Smith. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. To the air again, Smith. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Again, Smith throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Throwing on third down, Smith. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A Kansas City first down, Smith finding Hill that time. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before break. Smith. And a little floater there is incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in what obviously is a very fast-moving first half of play, as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back now at this scoreless first half. Defense has been the name of the game. It's not often you see a matchup where both sides can't find a way to get on the scoreboard. We'll have to see if the offense picks up in the second half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Now early in the second, Smith's going to take off here, and he'll end up at their own 30-yard line before being tackled. Chiefs now later on the drive. Smith's on point with the throw, and he ends up at their own 49-yard line. Later on the drive, Smith able to connect with the speed runner, Tyreek Hill, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 38-yard line. Same drive, Davis got the sack here. This will go for a loss of 8. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. No points in this one yet, but we'll hand it back over to a man who's always on point. That's Brandon Gaudin.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They run it here. Where? And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd down following the run. On the ground, this is Ware. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Third and 2, Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On the run, it's Ware. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run now with Ware. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And a give this time to the tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Chiefs on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Ten yards still left on second down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ramik Wilson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
What would you have said to me if I told you in pregame that Big Ben and Antonio Brown wouldn't have hooked up until the second half?
I would say that they'd be losing, and they are.
Yeah, they are, and they've got to find a way now to continue to connect and try and get their team back in this game.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on fourth. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So they had to take the shot there. Obviously, that was pretty much it, their last chance.
No other play for them, right? I mean, there's no other choice. It's not like you can have some strategy move, right? Punt it away and hope it. No, that's what they had to do. Right now, that offensive unit, they're pretty discouraged on the sidelines. They're going to feel like they let the team down in that situation, but they were in a tough spot to begin with.
And with no timeouts now, they just need a miracle.
Yeah, an absolute miracle. If the team that has the ball, just find a way to run out the clock, take care of the ball, and go home a winner.
Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.